How you doing, everybody out there in Facebook land? It's Dr. Coleman here with our next installment of the Doctor's Office. We're going to be talking about how people can destroy relationships, and we're going to talk about how they have to evolve. We're about to give you some helpful hints on how to keep a relationship strong and keep it viable and keep the spark inside of it. We're going to bring on our co-host, Dr. Nicholas. Come on up.
How you doing, Doctor?
How you doing? Have a seat.
How's everybody doing?
Well, I was just telling the audience in Facebook land that's following us, the doctor's office, about how they can destroy a relationship, male and female. Give me your perspective on how males first destroy relationships.
Well, first of all, you gotta realize and understand that males' emotions aren't the same as females' emotions. So, a lot of time, men destroy relationships and they don't know it.
And what do you mean by that? Let's elaborate on that.
What I mean by that is, men will do things that they don't think nothing is wrong.
Okay.
And women women tend to think something's wrong with it, but they don't say anything to them directly. They wait
until it's overblown.
They wait until it builds up, and then when there's an argument, all of that comes out.
Okay.
Prime example. Maybe you're a man, and maybe you have a habit of leaving the house without saying anything.
Right.
You're a man, you feel like you're grown.
Mm-hmm.
Some men don't take into consideration, like, okay, well, hey baby, I'm about to go get my hair cut, or I'm about to go to the store, or wherever it is he's going. And women tend to do those things. Hey baby, I'm going outside to pick in the garden,
right.
Or whatever it is. But the thing about that is, ladies, if that's your character, don't punish him because that's not his character. It does not always mean that he's going out and doing something wrong. That's just a lot of men's character. We don't have that instinct to let you know where we're going all the time. We just do it. I mean, if you want to know where we're at, call us. We'll answer our phones.
So what do you think that women do that destroys a relationship? Like, what are some of the characteristics or some of the actions that they do that can destroy a relationship?
I think women are more emotional creatures, and I think a lot of their emotions kind of destroy relationships because they're over emotional and they feel like things to us that are petty may be big to them.
Okay.
So when their emotions get overworked, it kind of puts them in the nagging stage, or in the bugging stage, or in the she's tripping stage.
Well, see, I'm glad you brought that up, because we're not here. We know about the problem. Now we're going to get to solutions and the helpful hints that can keep a relationship from being destroyed, because I call it preventive maintenance. Getting it before it gets to a breaking point in a relationship, and we'll start with the men. Sometimes men, if all our men and women that are listening, that are in relationships, that want to be in relationships, that are in marriages, engaged, just listen up. Like I said, I think these can help. I think one thing for men, they have to understand that women are emotional, and that they do you've got to take in consideration of a woman's feelings. Would you agree with that?
I agree, and that's something that I have to learn how to do.
And I think, as well as myself, because like we said, we may think it's petty, but to a woman it can be monumental, and we have to understand their feelings. Also, we have to pay attention to women. Men, pay attention to your women, because if you don't, I guarantee you, it's 100 others that will. You agree with that?
I agree wholeheartedly with that.
Because if that's your woman, she should be not an option, but a priority. And let's keep that in mind.
Also, I want to say this too, ladies. When that man does pay attention to all of your emotions and pays more attention to you, don't go overboard just because you're getting that. Don't go overboard with it and try to do the boy cry wolf thing.
Absolutely, because you cry wolf too many times, that wears off. Now, going to from the woman's perspective, what is some of the things that we can give them some helpful hints on women that they can have a successful relationship?
Basically, women, just try to. I mean, I can't say try to control your emotions, because that's hard, but at least be aware when you are having an emotional moment, and kind of step back and kind of catch yourself. Just think about some of the things you're doing, and don't always just go get opinions from your girls, because yes, they're gonna co-sign with you because they have those same emotions. you know, try to talk to some male family members, and don't always go and say, well, my male friends, because now that's kind of like a defensive mechanism for your man now, because it's like, oh, so now you're talking to this guy, which, you know, some men won't have a problem with, but when you have a problem with your man, don't go talk to another man who you say is your friend. That's a lot of men get, you know, they get defensive on that.
And I want to kind of co-sign with that as well. A lot of these guys that say you're your friends, they just an emergency dick in the glass, and they're going to say whatever you want because they really want to be the one having sex with you. I put it out there and I said it. Also, with the ladies, I want to say that they have to take in consideration that males have feelings as well. We take video games seriously. Y'all gotta understand that. Just, you know, they like, well, he's a big old kid. Yeah, but that's what we like. So if that's what we like, then sometimes take in consideration that we like that. You don't have to like it, but just take in consideration that's what we like. That's one thing. Then another thing that women can also do in relationships is stop being such a mother figure and start being more of the wife, girlfriend, fiance, or friend. But they go into that mother mode and they think they're talking to their son, and we're not your son. You got to really take that in consideration. We're not your son. And I think if y'all really take that in consideration, y'all don't want to be talked to like a little girl, so don't talk to your man like a little boy.
I'm going to go back to what you said about the video game thing. And we had a conversation where you were saying, well, okay, if you know he plays video games, go down there and participate. You don't have to play, but cheer him on. You know, if he's playing some of his friends, that's a different topic. You know, y'all have to work that out if y'all, you know, if y'all want each other around your friends like that. But, you know, if he's down there by himself and he's playing a computer, cheer him on. Maybe the computer cheating you. Or,
right.
You know?
And you know, another thing, I put a post up not too long ago and I was telling people about this, and someone got on me about giving grown man advice about video games. I think video games is an epidemic that you need to pay attention to. But they were saying, how do you keep your man from being out and not being in clubs? If he's out at the club all the time, he's not your man. He doesn't really want to spend time with you, and I hate to break the reality to you, but he doesn't really want to spend time with you if he constantly wants to be elsewhere. That's something you need to really look in the mirror and check yourself and understand what is it that you're doing wrong that he does not want to be around you. That's what I think the relationship killers are. When people don't want to be around you, check yourself. Is it maybe a tone of voice? Maybe it's just the irritating nagging. Nobody wants to be around somebody that's consistently telling them that they're doing wrong.
Ladies, dress sexy when he's playing the game. You know, when he's down there by himself playing the game, if you want his attention, dress sexy. You know, walk past him a few times and just, you know, say little things to him. Say, well, when you get off the game, I'm ready for you.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And going back to the topic that we're speaking on keeping a relationship viable, communication is definitely key, but it could be overrated. Ladies, don't make it just communication when it, or not just ladies, people, I'm sorry. People in general, don't make it communication when it fits you.
Right.
A lot of people want to communicate when it benefits them. No, communicate even when it hurts.
And fellas, if she's participating with the video game, hey, you're going to have to go shopping or some of that other stuff that you don't want to do. But it can be fun if she goes to the lingerie store. That's shopping that I would want to go with.
And I'm glad you said it, because, fellas, we got to participate in the things that women like as well. It cannot be a one-sided relationship. Relationships are compromising, and you have to compromise in a relationship. But, Dr. Neck, I'm glad you joined us with this edition of Doctor's Office.
No problem.
You will be back. It will be a part 2 with this. Dr. Neck up.
See y'all later.
Like I said, this is just the first installment of this piece that we're doing on destroying a relationship, but giving you helpful hints to get it back strong and making sure that relationships evolve, because you cannot be the same relationship you was six months ago. You have to continue to evolve in a relationship. So we're going to be here at the doctor's office giving you tips and medication to get you ready for that relationship. So it's your host, Dr. Coleman from the doctor's office. Keep it dating.